much needed for Armenia there. Less than a minute to go in the first, and the Costa Rican bench is telling the team, yo, let's get going.
It's exactly what you expect out of Andre Spight. Contested three, doesn't matter, knocks it down.
Now it's Tadevosyan trying to fight off those screens, but they're going to pass it around, and Costa Rica again fumbling the ball. They get a three up. Ow! That's the first three-point shot to go down for Costa Rica.
David Shedden, he's no slouch for Costa Rica. Number 17, he led them in their qualifiers last year in scoring with 11.2.
He has the touch there for sure. Now we got 10 seconds. Andre Spight with the ball. He's going to definitely wait for possibly the last shot of the period here. Off to the left, step back, three-pointer on its way. No good. Offensive rebound. Another three on the end with the rebound. Wait, is that a shot clock violation? That's the quarter right there. The referees say that's it.
Crowd is too loud. No one can hear the shot or the buzzer going off to end the quarter. They kept playing.
Yeah, we can't hear anything, but that just goes to show, like you said, the crowd is definitely invested in this, and that's it for the first 10 minutes. Armenia find themselves down just 2 points, 15-13.
And credit to Costa Rica. They turned over the ball. They had a slow start to the game, but strung together some good baskets, good offensive possessions, and then take a 2-point lead to end the quarter.
I'm going to take this opportunity to also read another one of our sponsors, PNC Bank. At PNC Commercial Bank, they're dedicated to empowering communities and businesses with tailored financial solutions. Again, thank you to PNC Bank.
And another thank you to another one of our sponsors, Davana Law. Davana Law Firm is proud to support Armenian basketball and our local community. As a personal injury firm based in Los Angeles, we're committed to fighting for justice and making a meaningful impact both inside and outside the courtroom.
So, Zando, I want to ask you, man, what was your takeaway from this first period? So far, not too much offense. It seemed like it got going towards the end, but the name of that first period for me is just taking care of the ball.
Bad ball security, but also Armenia is getting into a bit of a groove on defense. Turnovers are forced by the defense. It's not just the other team blindly throwing it to you. You got to get up on them, and they've been rebounding the ball well. Mkrtchyan came in, he boxed the guy out, he grabbed a tough rebound. He brings a little bit of a different edge to that 5 spot than David Khachaturian.
Yeah, in this couple of minutes, you already gave Armenia 2 extra possessions on offense, and that's what you need, especially whenever we're talking about Costa Rica. Just when we're talking about the eye test, they look like a bigger, more imposing team. That can obviously work against them as this game goes on, but early on, we're seeing that paint play is just so important.
And it looks like Kara Gavorian is going to check in now for Armenia. He brings that athletic three-point shooting style to the guard position. He's a high flyer. Look, that's a guy you want to look out for in transition. And when he gets up, you want to get your camera phone out.
That's right. He was putting some windmill dunks down in some of the practice early on.
Exciting player for sure. Ballian also back in.
It was a tough first period for Ballian. He definitely was on the board, and he was definitely working with the defense. He was fighting against a lot of picks there. There was double picks going back and forth. He was trying to get physical with Ballian, it seems like.
Costa Rica really likes that staggered option at the top or at the free throw line, making Ballian make a decision. Are you going to switch? Are you going to switch him onto a smaller defender? Maybe. So far, Ballian doing a good job, but let's see how the game wears on him.
And now you got the fans just hyped, waving the towels, and away we go for the second period. Armenia on the offense here. Anto Ballian once again double teamed there. He has to kick it up to the corner. Albert Tadevosyan with the fake. And that's a turnover for Armenia there. A little bit of hesitation from Tadevosyan, unsure whether to pass it or drive it seemed like.
3 seconds in the key on Mkrtchyan, just camped in there a little bit too long.
Costa Rica now back on offense here.
And for the first time for Costa Rica, number 17, Yoshakel Thomas.
Fans stomping their feet on the bleachers here. And Aldemir Tadevosyan gets the steal, gives it to Ballian. Ballian back to Tadevosyan on the break, goes for the layup, and he gets stripped. Clean strip. He's also asking for the foul. Where did it go? Tadevosyan just goes for the ball, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Costa Rica here. Another just wild start to the period.
That's a great defensive effort there by number 0 for Costa Rica, Isaac Cubero, the young gun coming in. Albert Tadevosyan, a veteran, and he gets the best taken out of him.
That's the beauty of international hoops. Oh, it looked like almost a carry from Costa Rica. They're going for the rebound. Gets the offensive rebound off his miss. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer on its way. That's the second three-pointer there for David Shedden.
Shedden already getting it going. We mentioned it, 8 points already. He's the leading scorer from their from their qualifiers, and he's already picking that up here.
5-point deficit early for Armenia, but they're on the offense. We'll see what they can get here. Albert Tadevosian almost comes down with the ball, gets it off just in time, but it's going to be an offensive rebound there.
Great
Kick it
flood
out
pass.
to Albert Tadevosian. He goes in, passes it out, doesn't go for the layup. Armenia kicking it in and out, passing it. Who's going to shoot the ball? It's Yura Mkrtchyan, but he misses it there.
One more. He had Tadevosian in the corner.
Good thing this isn't the NBA. That could have been a fast break foul. What do they call those?
Take foul, yeah. Smart addition to the NBA, but slows down the game a little bit.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan. So the referees are signaling for the game to resume here.
Mkrtchyan back into the game. It'll be interesting to see how he guards Shedden with him stretching the floor so much.
Another layup for Costa Rica. No good. Albert Tadevosian gets the rebound, and he's bringing up the ball here.
And I think Armenia is going to look to get Andre Spight back into the game soon. Offense just a little bit out of sorts without him in.
Mkrtchyan gets with the pass, and he just turns around and puts it up and says, hey, you're too short. You can't guard me.
Can't teach height.
Can't teach height, but Costa Rica, another long pass out to try to get the offense going. Armenia, this time they were pretty much set in stone where they were defensively. Another dribble drive gets it in for Costa Rica. The foul was before the shot on the floor, so they're going to go for another side out here. Costa Rica with another opportunity to get a shot up with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
And I think they just keep going back to the well. Give it to Shedden, running a little action for him. Look, he's moving better than Mkrtchyan right now. He's getting open every single time.
Oh, look at that drive and that finish there. I mean, Yoshakel Thomas getting off the bench and gets the layup to go.
Costa Rica, a lot of energy off their bench so far.
Yeah, Anto Balian goes for a layup. He's asking for the foul again, but no luck there. Oh, great hands on the defensive end there. Abadis Karavogian passes it out. 3-point shot, left corner. Who's going to go? It goes down. 3-pointer. Artem Tavakian.
That's all because of Kalamian. A 5-point swing, stopping a layup, throwing it the other way, hitting a 3.
Armenia down 2 now. They're going to try to see what they can do here defensively once again. Drive and no layup, no good for Costa Rica. Armenia once again on the offensive board. Balian gets the layup to go!
They're starting to feel it now. We got the energy is picking up. The crowd's getting into it. Costa Rica forced to take a timeout 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Oh, you can feel the energy already getting up to another degree. People are waving the Armenian flag in the stand. The towels are being waved. Zando, you and I need a towel at least in the second half. That's for sure. But man, the energy, the heat, it's heating up over here. That's for sure.
I think Kalamian and Kalamian right now have been 2 great players off the bench for Armenia. Kalamian hitting that 3. Kalamian, he's just flying everywhere, showing off his athleticism, showing off his speed.
That's what Armenia needs, especially that defensive player, somebody that's going to chase those balls and get the offense going. You know, especially the way that the game started, a little bit stagnant, but guys like that, that's the energy you need off the bench.
And Jason, we were talking about it with Coach Rex. Get out in transition. 2 transition baskets tie up the game.
I must say, Zando, I'm always fascinated when I see Rex Kalamian in action with his clipboard, just talking to the players, showing them what they're going to do. He's so invested, and he brings that NBA level, mindset when it comes to the game. And we already know this, but just seeing it in person is just a whole nother thing.
I think it's awesome for guys, especially the younger guys like Anto Balian, Albadis Karavogian, Yura Mkrtchyan, Xavier Kalisian. I mean, he was talking about he just wants to be a sponge when he's around them, and you can learn so much from being a guy who he's coached Kevin Durant. He's coached Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he helped draft Tyrese Halliburton, who's in the NBA Finals right now, so he must know a thing or two about great players.
I mean, considering he's been in the NBA for 3 decades, he is probably the most wealth of knowledge that we got in this part of the world.
We're just lucky to have a guy like that at the helm.
Absolutely.
And let's not blow past the rest of his coaching staff, too. Pete Dominguez, also with the Milwaukee Bucks. We got Matthew Madoyan. He's with the Detroit Pistons. Look at all this NBA talent. And then we have some guys who are in the high school level and developing the youth. We have Narek Kapushan, the head coach at AGBU. He's been doing a great job with the program. And Evan Hemetsaraki, assistant to the head coach at Crescenta Valley High School. He's a coach at LA Select, a travel team in the Southern California area. And he has such a bright future as a coach. no doubt he'll be a head coach in the next couple years.
The future is bright, not just for the players, but for the coaches too. Back to the game with 3 minutes already elapsed here in the second quarter, really. In Costa Rica, once again, we're going to see what they can get offensively going. They definitely have been using a lot of screens to get their offense going, especially from behind the arc. They're going to drive into the paint, almost a travel there. Good defense from Tadevosyan. Balian with the rebound. It's a hot pass there. Will he save it? Just close. Avedis almost gets to the ball, but Armenia, at least, they're trying to get out. They're trying to get that pace going. That's what Rex said, and they're listening to what he said.
They put their foot down on defense this quarter, too.
Yeah, they're not letting them get anything easy. Right there, right on cue. Albert Tadevosyan gets the layup to go.
In football, that would be a pick 6. Here is a little bit of a pick 2. Other way, Tadevosyan, easy deuce on the steal. He read that like a book.
Nice little dribble there from Costa Rica. Kicks it out to the corner 3. Will they get a shot up from there? No, but another 3-point shot from their talisman. Doesn't get to go, but Costa Rica will have another opportunity on the offensive end. And Shedden has been really active here.
That's the advantage of having Mkrtchyan on it to counterpoint my earlier point that he's got the long arms, so the contest, he can contest from a little bit farther.
Those long arms get that rebound, and now Anto Balian playing a little bit of point with Andre Spight still on the bench here for an extended period of time. But we'll see Anto Balian try to generate some offense here. Kicks it out to the corner. 3-pointer is on its way. No good that time. Rebound now it's getting to the Yoshakel Thomas. The referee's going to call a foul towards center court.
Good foul, Tavakalian taking, stopping the fast break, getting the subs in. Isigian and Spight Mkrtchyan back into the game for Armenia. That's a lot of offense coming back in.
Yeah, especially when Anto Balian still stays on the court, or he's going to be subbed out too. He's going to be the sacrificial. So we're going to have Albert Tadevosyan still with them, and he's been really active on the defensive end. And we talked about, his 3-point marksmanship. Didn't really mention the defense, but that's been really crucial here for 2 turnovers.
Both teams' benches really giving them a lot. I feel like most of the offense for both teams coming off the bench as Costa Rica, easy layup.
A little bit too easy there. They're trying to get the block shot from Tadevosyan. He just wasn't able to match up his offensive player there. But Spight back as the point guard for Armenia here, trying to see what he did. Picked up the ball here. And he'll get it back. And again, 2 players always on Andre. Right now, it's basically 3. He still drives it, kicks it. Tadevosyan, 3-pointer on its way. No good that time. Long rebound, Costa Rica.
Marksman off.
22-22, 2-2-2 here for Armenia. Costa Rica with the ball, and looks like a little bit of indecisiveness. They're going to still shoot those 3-point shots from that corner. Rebound goes to Andre Spight.
I'll tell you what, Jason, playing point guard for this team, no easy task. There's so many players you have to distribute the ball to because everybody's a scorer. Everybody's an option.
And it looks like that's going to be a foul on Costa Rica. Initially, they thought that was an offensive foul on Andre Spight, but I think that's a good play and good call from the referees, just basically getting in the way of Andre, not really trying to initiate the contact there, but Costa Rica getting in his way.
Conejo a little late to the spot. Tried bodying up with Andre Spight, just Andre Spight trucking through him, and look, you got to be set. You got to be in front of him if you want that offensive foul call.
That's right. Tavidian and Tavaklian getting back in the game. There's a good shifts there also, put from Mkrtchyan and Karagavogian.
Great minutes from Karagavorian.
Asigian gets in, immediate 3, that's in. Give the assist to Andre Spight for another corner 3.
3-pointer number 2 for Asigian, starting to feel it.
Armenia with the lead, 3-point advantage, 25-22 here. Costa Rica once again working on the left side, but that's going to be a turnover. Almost a foul, but good job for Tadevosyan keeping his balance up. Now gets it to Spight, turns around, tries to get the pass in. Who's going to get the ball? Costa Rica with another turnover here. Now Armenia need to get back defensively, and they're trying to drive it up, drive it in. That's going to be a foul. Armenia trying to get the defense in the paint to go, and it's not clicking right now, especially on that play, because we're going to have Isaac Conejo going for another free throw, another pair of free throws here.
And Jason, those are the possessions for Armenia. You got to score and start extending this lead. Up 3, chance to get out in the break, just things not falling their way. And as I mentioned in the open, Armenia, a team that wants to play from ahead. And those fast break opportunities, they don't come very easy. They don't come every single time. So you got to capitalize on every single one.
Conejo's free throw lips out on the first attempt. And that's especially true. We got less than 4 minutes in the first half. This is definitely the opportunity for Armenia to put the foot on the gas and get a little bit of space. You would say, what, between 7 to 10 point advantage would be comfortable considering how this game started?
That's ideal going into halftime, especially with the slow start as Armenia lucky that goes off Costa Rica.
You're absolutely right. Almost an offensive rebound, but good job to force him out of play. There was nothing that Costa Rica could do there.
I think they try to feed the hot hand here. Give it to Mkrtchyan one more time.
And now Tavaklian with another three!
It's raining threes here at Fresno City College right now. Back-to-back for Armenia.
28-22, 6-point advantage. Largest lead of the game for either team. Conejo once again on the ball. He's the primary offensive handler. Crowd definitely getting more and more into this. And a rebound there for Tadevosyan. Good defense that time. Doesn't get the block, but does enough to just alter the pass. Spight, another three. Same place, same result. Tavaklian holds up the three-point sign. That is a 9-point advantage for Armenia now.
Why not let it fly? Armenia.
We were saying 7 to 10 points, but it might be more.
We're at 9 now. Another turnover for Armenia, and on this possession, chance to make it a double-digit game.
I mean, talk about being on cue.
Kalamian and Tadevosyan, they have the experience playing Pan-Home and basketball together for Beverly Hills. Obviously, all the international experience, and those two have been a huge boost off the bench.
You can see definitely Armenia trying to get some hot hands going. Another three-point shot there for Mkrtchyan, but that's going to go out of play. Going to be a ball out of bounds for Costa Rica on the side.
But that's exactly what Coach Rex wants. Three-pointers and transition baskets. 3 straight three-pointers for Armenia. Lead extends up to 9, and I don't think they're done.
Definitely 2 minutes, 37 to go in this one. Conejo trying to see if he can get the offense going for Costa Rica once again. Nice pass there, a three-point shot on its way. Not going to go that time. Mkrtchyan with the rebound, gets it to Spight. Spight already getting the screen put out there for them. He's going to go all the way for the layup and just not there. But the offensive rebound is good. Jack Davidian.
Davidian pumped after that one. You saw a little fist bump. He's fired up. Good little putback.
Yeah, he needed that one. And that's definitely going to push Armenia once again to double digits here. Well, for the first time in this game, 11-point lead. Conejo kicks it out. No one to really be there. Mkrtchyan really good on the defensive end, forcing the offensive player all the way almost to the half court. That's a block there from Mkrtchyan. Gets the rebound to go. Mkrtchyan gets the ball. It's a possible fast break right here. Dre, baseline jumper. No good. Mkrtchyan tries to get the offensive board. Not that time. Minute 43 to go. Conejo goes it all the way. Nice pass for the layup. Layup no good. Tadevosyan with the rebound. Gets it to Spight. Spight on the left. Gives it to Tavaklian. Tavaklian to Mkrtchyan. To the three. And that's an offensive foul.
Tough break for Armenia.
Tough break indeed. On the pass, just runs into the Costa Rican defender, and he's apologizing for that to Mkrtchyan. But still, this is really promising for Armenia with the way they're playing.
Armenia on a 20-7 run in this quarter so far. I mentioned that they've put their foot down on defense, only giving up 7 points in 8.5 minutes here.
They stomped their foot down, that's for sure there. Conejo gets the friendly bounce to go there. A little bit of a lack of attention there on the defense in the paint, but Armenia with the ball, trying to get this back to a double-digit possession. Good pass with the cut. Mkrtchyan goes for the layup. No good. Offensive rebound is good from Tavaklian. Kicks it out. Andre Spight. Good pass to Mkrtchyan. Mkrtchyan on the baseline. Who's going to get that ball? He gets it spiked out, and Costa Rica now on the break. And that was short-lived because that's going to be a turnover.
Got a little too excited. I think he was trying to figure out what kind of finish he was going to have at the basket. Lost it on his way up, and another unforced one for Costa Rica as Armenia takes a timeout.
Timeout indeed. They'll all catch our breaths here. 54 seconds to go, and there was a lot more pace there. Man, oh man, we need a bottle of water.
Lightning fast pace. I mean, I'm going to get whiplash just because of how many times my neck is moving back and forth. Left, right, left, right. They're moving. They're grooving. Armenia, look, they've found their range, or they've found their mark from range. They're getting out in transition, and everything just going right for them this quarter.
It's really good to see. Really good to see with 54 seconds left in the first half how they're going to manage the next few possessions to finish us off, and it'll be good for them to kind of regroup, get their energy together. Costa Rica definitely looks like they need to get their energy together, and I think part of their lack of energy is contributing to their offense, just kind of settling for those threes constantly.
They settled for a lot of bad shots, and we mentioned it. The turnovers are the biggest story of the game. They just keep giving it up. Look, they had a chance in transition, cut into this lead a little bit, drop the ball, goes off your knee, out of bounds, just unforced.
Dominguez right now giving the five on the floor a little bit of instructions to end this first half on another high note. Possibly push this into a double-digit possession or lead rather. Get the ball out and get things going, Zando.
Armenia chance to get this 2-for-1 if they work the clock correctly.
Let's see, Andre gives it up to Mkrtchyan, gets some contact there, fends it off. Has good defense right there, but needs to do better. And Armenia will have another opportunity. Ball out of bounds on Costa Rica. We'll be able to reset the offense with 43 seconds to go.
Smaller lineup for Armenia. Mkrtchyan at the 5, and then 4 guards, Spight, Mkrtchyan, Balian, and Kyrikosian.
Right, takes it all the way and lays it up and in.
And there it is. They did execute the 2-for-1. They'll get one more chance. Kyrikosian hounding them on defense.
He's making a name for himself defensively right now, always on it. But the three-point shot from the left corner in Costa Rica. Man, when was the last time they saw a ball go down like that? It was at least a few minutes ago. But Armenia not wasting any time. Contact on the layup attempt, and that's going to be some free throws.
That was a huge basket by Cubero for Costa Rica. Been a while, you mentioned. They haven't really scored. Three-pointer heading into halftime. Give yourself a little bit of a boost, a little bit of momentum.
35-27, 13.5 seconds to go. Looks like Costa Rica will have the final possession unless something else changes. Right now, Armenia with 2 free throws. First one, no good there from Mkrtchyan.
I feel like both teams not capitalizing the charity stripe as much as they should.
Yeah, we've had a few trips to the line, but only probably one perfect trip from Andre Spight there. And that's going to be a lane violation. So one more opportunity.
And if you're Costa Rica, you can't be doing that. Just giving Armenia an extra chance to add to their lead before halftime.
I'm pretty amused. Victor Arias is just laughing. This is international friendly. How many times do you get a lane violation called?
Hey, the refs are getting paid to do their job. They're doing their job, and Mkrtchyan can't capitalize on his third free throw attempt.
Conejo with yet another rebound for the guard there. Kicks it all the way in, passes it in. That's a foul. No foul? Falls down. No foul called. Costa Rica another opportunity. He misses the three-point shot, and that's a tipped shot. No good. Costa Rica had multiple opportunities, just didn't get to go.
And there's definitely a wet spot on the floor. Cubero slipped and fell hard. He's a little slow to get up. That might have been what caused Anto Balian to fall. Armenia, though, jumping out to an 8-point lead after trailing 2 in the first quarter.
Yeah, they were down by as much as 5 points in that first quarter, and they definitely roared back, got their offense going. The turnovers on Armenia's side definitely minimized, and their defense increased. So right now, both teams are headed to the locker rooms for a little bit of a regroup, get their energy going. Zando, what would you say was the biggest standout player for both teams? Or we'll just start with Armenia first.
For Armenia, for me, it was Artem Tavakalian, actually. He came off the bench, knocked down 2 threes, bellied up on defense, got a layup, and he's just been a presence. Look, he's at that veteran, calming sense where you're like, oh, he's in the game, we're good.
Yeah, those 2 back-to-back threes in the second period, going from a 3-point lead to 9-point lead. That was really what kind of gave Armenia this cushion going into this halftime. Costa Rica, obviously, I got to say, Isaac Conejo has been everywhere as their point guard. He is the go-to. He's been on the rebounds a lot, too. So, once we get these stats, we'll be able to kind of just see what type of activity he's been putting up for the Costa Rican national team.
I think they're going to have to involve David Shedden a lot more in that second half, too. Look, he was our leading scorer early on, hitting those 2 threes, and he's that guy that, you know what, you look at him, you're like, he's the guy. He's the one we want the ball in his hands at the end of the game.
So we got about, give or take, 10 to 12 minutes of a halftime. I hope you guys join us back in a little bit because we're going to go check out some stats, do the halftime break. There's going to be a performance at halftime from the local dance academy here in Fresno. It'll be beautiful to watch, and I hope you all enjoy that while the halftime show goes. If you're here and listening, thank you so much for watching on the Zartonk YouTube channel. Just make sure to stay with us, subscribe, and let's get going. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fresno City College for the second half of Armenia versus Costa Rica, joined by yours truly, Jason Toktagian from KC24, CBS 47 News, and we got the one and only Zendo Arzumanian on color. And Armenia, we're off to a pretty good start in that first half overall. I mean, they had some challenges with turnovers, but they definitely got things going offensively, especially defensively, leading up to this 35-27 advantage.
Armenia turning over the ball 7 times, not what you want in a half, but you get lucky when the other team turns it over 12 times. You capitalize on those opportunities. Also, we mentioned a little bit of the shooting percentage, not the greatest for Armenia, 6 of 20 from deep, but yet again, you can cover for that when your opponent is 3 for 11. Armenia getting up the volume, and that leads to more makes. Definitely some players of note. You had a couple of players that definitely stood out for you on not just the defensive end, but even offensively. For me, it's the 4 letters, AT-AT. In Star Wars, that stands for All-Terrain Armored Transport, but here it stands for Albert Tatavosian and Artem Kalamian. Both of them plus 10 in the first half when they're on the court. Artem with 3 threes early on. He's been huge off the bench, and not only is it the offense for them, you look at those guys as scorers, they've been bellying up on defense, getting rebounds, helping the team get out in transition. Albert's only basket was that intercepted pass that he took the other way for the easy deuce. He's leading the team, tied 4 rebounds. For the game, Isaac Conejo has the most rebounds. He's our point guard, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how he continues to grow into this game. He's been the one basically running the shots offensively for Costa Rica in and out. Armenia have had multiple guys. You know, Anto Balian, Andre Spight, even Albert Tatavosian to an extent, doing some playmaking for the team. So it'll be interesting to see how they continue this into the second half with Costa Rica starting with a side out of bounds. And an interesting to note for Costa Rica, their leading scorer in the first half, David Shedden, starting the half on the bench, the 6'6" forward. He's 30 years old. We mentioned that they have a couple veterans with this young team. Maybe they're trying to rest them, keep them frosty for the second game in Los Angeles. That's for sure. Nice little dribble, drive, and pass. Conejo gets an assist immediately. And you're going to knock that and chalk that one up to Stephen McDonald. He wasn't one of the 5 starters, but he starts the second half. And guys like McDonald going to have to step up for this Costa Rica team with no Shedden. Ball gets deflected out of bounds there. It's going to still stay with Armenia, but it's going to be a ball out on the baseline. It'll be Anto Balian with the ball here. We'll see what type of offense it can get from behind the hoop here. Spight gets the ball, drives it in, gets the contact, tries to go the layup. It's not going to be good. And that's going to be a foul, and the ball's going to stay with Armenia here. Quesada trying to get away with that little veteran grab, but Mkrtchyan, he sold it well. Draws the foul call. Ball stays with Armenia. And Balian a little slow on the offensive end to start. Split a couple free throws. Had a layup. But he's been impacting the ball on the boards. 4 rebounds so far. That's exactly what you want out of your point guard. It's been a very physical battle for Balian so far. Taking a big fall at the end of the first half there. It's good to see him continuing and playing and not really letting that phase him. And the ball's off of the Costa Rican foot there. Once again, Armenia with another opportunity, this time with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Pass a little too hot for Mkrtchyan, but great idea by Asidjian. He's right under the basket. You give it to him, that's a guarantee too. Mkrtchyan got to catch it. That's right. Balian with a great pass there. Oh, the bunny just gets missed there by Mkrtchyan. Catches it, but doesn't finish it. And it'll be interesting to see 2 mistakes in a row from Mkrtchyan. Will Coach Rex sub him out? Balian, he gets the ball. Mkrtchyan actually had the touch on there, so that's going to be another ball out, and hands up from the Costa Rican bench. You're trying to wonder what exactly happened here, but it's going to be a push-out foul, side out of bounds. 3rd time for Armenia in a minute, less than a minute, 57 seconds. And those are 2 quick fouls on Quesada. It looks like he's coming right out of the game in his number 16, Joshakel Thomas. Yeah, Thomas, he was notable in that first half with a fadeaway bank shot going with the shot clock expiring. He's definitely been an offensive boost for Costa Rica. It's a heavy word, boost, but definitely 35-29 right now for the game. Balian gets fouled there, rims out. Could have been a 3-point opportunity, but we'll see what the referee's calling here. It doesn't look like it's going to be free throws, is it? It's a foul on the floor, but Jason, we're a minute and 3 seconds into the quarter. Costa Rica already with 3 team fouls, edging closer and closer to that bonus. And in a game like this, you do not want to be over the limit with more than even 5 minutes left in the quarter. So with 9 minutes left, getting close there, you got to be careful. Side out here to Andre Spight. We'll see what he can do here. A nice little crossover there. Gets the 3-pointer, but he gets fouled. He's going to have 3 free throws there.
Andre's going to take his time to get up here. Gets help from 3 teammates and march to the line for 3. That number 4 with 1 minute and 9 seconds left, or basically elapsed in the third quarter.
Got to be more disciplined. That's what Andre Spight does. Getting to dance on the wing. Easy shot. And he looks a little slow getting up, Jason. Took him a little while to get up. And, okay, now he's just worried about the free throws. He's back.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He just needs to recover. Once he sees the first one going, he'll be fine. Can't harp enough how much of a veteran he has been for this team for almost just about a decade here. Gets the first one to go.
He has so much basketball experience under his belt. He's played in France. He's played in Uruguay. At the collegiate level, he played at Arizona State. He went to Northern Colorado where he broke a record. Oh, it was just held by one and only Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that's the first time I got to meet Andre Spight. Northern Colorado was at UNLV. He played a game. His team losing by just about 3-4 points, but he was the top scorer. He was the standout player. And he made some time for the Armenian fans afterwards. He's always been a true patriot.
I've been able to watch him since I was at a really young age as Armenia comes back with another foul. Him at Burbank High School, him at Pasadena High School. And he's always just been that phenom in the Southern California area.
Always been a humble kid. I'll never forget the first interview I did as a journalism student. One of the first interviews, actually, was with Andre Spight in our recording room at the UNLV Journalism Greenspun Hall. Conejo now with the ball, a little dribble drive. Onto Balian says, get that out of here.
Great defense by Balian, just staying straight up, getting the best of Conejo. 13 seconds on the shot clock now for Costa Rica.
Good defense from Balian there. He's showing his physicality now, trying to give it back to Costa Rica. He's been doing it all game. Ball out there, a little bit of a wonky dribble there, and it looks like Armenia almost gets it back to Costa Rica. They don't get the rebound, an offensive putback to go, but they're going to get yet another opportunity here. It seems like both teams are kind of trading similar sequences on both ends.
I was going to say, it's kind of mirroring what just happened on the other side.
A good pump fake there, but it's going to be foul on the floor. 2 quick fouls here.
Mkrtchyan called for that one. Ref saying he kicked his leg out a little bit. And Armenia now, they can't fall into that same rut that Costa Rica fell into. Cutting fouls, getting itching closer and closer to the bonus early.
Yeah, it's only been 8 minutes and 33 seconds left in this third quarter. And it looks like, oh, wow, that almost went in when Balian was trying to get the steal. He will get the steal there. Going all the way to the rim, and he gets blocked there. He's asking for a foul. He needs to get back on the defensive end. Costa Rica not wasting any time. Goes all the way to the rim. Foul.
Mkrtchyan not happy about that one, but he got a little bit of hand when he went up. And Arias, I mean, we were talking about him laughing at the free throw line in the first half. He looks like he's put his head down. He's ready to work. Got his lunch pail, his hard hat, getting a block on one end, bringing it down to the other, and getting fouled, getting 2 free throws.
Yeah, both ends of the court here. That's what Costa Rica's going to need if they're going to have any chance of coming back here. It's still a 9-point game, obviously, but Armenia trying to put their foot down on Costa Rica's throat. But 2 free throws here. We'll see if Costa Rica will have a perfect trip to the line or not, which hasn't happened just yet, I believe.
Perfect trips to the line of this game, very rare to come by, we've noticed.
Yeah. Armenia definitely benefiting from that, especially with Andre Spight getting fouled, a 3-pointer not too long ago. And right on cue, Costa Rica rims out another free throw.
Just unacceptable, really.
They're called free for a reason. They're called free for a reason. Armenia with the rebound here, and Connor Mkrtchyan with the ball. Balian will get things going offensively and see who's going to give him some going. It's going to be Mkrtchyan cutting into the paint, and he's going to get fouled, and he's going to get a chance to make 2 free throws.
Back to the
name of the game here, the fouls.
Armenia 3 for 9 from the charity stripe so far. Costa Rica 2 for 7. Just, you mentioned it, they're free, they're easy to come by. You want to see a shooter like Mkrtchyan knock these down, settle everything down, make it easier.
Right on cue. Gets the first one to go. Mkrtchyan had quite the successful season with Nebraska. They definitely had an up and down season, but ending it with some silverware to cap off the year.
One of the most prolific 6 men in the Big Ten, goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. A transfer from Wisconsin, finding a new home in Nebraska, and it's panned out well for him so far.
Costa Rica love that double screen, just working it on the top of the key. That seems what they always are going to. Balian has to fight to it. There's a switch there. Tavinian with his hand up. And that is going to be
been out of bounds.
A rebound. Who's going to get it? Costa Rica. You're right. It touched the top stanchions there.
Ref missed that one.
And that's a complete reset on the shot clock. Costa Rica trying to work this ball out, trying to get a shot here. Could have been a travel there, but gets bailed out. Foul on Andre Spight.
And that's just a horrible break. Horrible break for Armenia. Ball should have been called out of bounds. Instead, Costa Rica gets another opportunity. Obviously, you got to keep playing defense, but when the stop should have happened, you shouldn't be forced to play more defense.
Oh, that was a quick 1-2 pass right out of the gates, but Armenia are fortunate with another 3-point miss here. Asijan with the rebound, kicking it up. He's going all the way, lobs it up, and that's going to be another foul here. Tavidian was just shoved after that possible dunk attempt.
And I think Coach Rex might have to look at his bench and get Mkrtchyan out of there. He's been struggling in this second half. Can't catch a ball, missed the gimme on a dunk. And that lob attempt, he kind of just like tried slapping it into the basket.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the wiggliness of the arms is visible for Mkrtchyan. But we'll see if he can muster up the energy to get these free throws up. It'll be definitely good to see if Armenia can correct their percentage as this game goes. Did that go in?
I think the crowd got a little confused. That did not drop in. It looked like it did from one side.
It was perfectly lined, but where we're looking at it, and there's some fans in front of us that thought that went in. But that one definitely did go in. A good sign for Mkrtchyan right there. Conejo is egging on his teammates to push the ball up and get going. He's not on the ball here for a change to push us up.
And he's really been the only guy that's been giving effort. Arias too, but Costa Rica's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. And another 3-second call.
Yeah, that's the second one for Costa Rica, right?
Just unacceptable, unforced turnovers. We keep mentioning it, and that's the biggest name of the game. Turnover battle, turnover battle.
One too many passes in the paint for Costa Rica. You get a little bit too confused. I mean, this is not a team coached by Greg Popovich by any stretch of the imagination, but that's what happens. You continue to turn over the ball instead of putting the ball up. And if you're Costa Rica, you need to get some points up, or else Armenia, they're about to pull away. Andre Spight on the ball, gets Asijan. Good pump fake, goes for the three-point shot. Is it good? Not that time. Costa Rica with a long rebound. Pushing it all the way. Spight with the spike, but it's still with Costa Rica. They put that one up and in. Credit that one to RJ Muir.
And he just out-physical Mkrtchyan there. A little back-down move, giving a little shoulder, and he just scored.
Andre Spight now with a possibly favorable matchup there. He just turns around. Could have went for the, goes for the pass, doesn't go there. But Balian gets a three-point shot. He's wide open. That one doesn't fall that time. Muir with the rebound. Now Conejo is pacing up with the ball. Kicks it up now. What will Costa Rica do offensively here? Are they going to go back to Conejo? They might, and they do.
That's the guy you got to look at right here.
They got to match up with the screen here. Balian stays with him. Good no-look pass in the paint. What are you going to do? Victor Arias just lays it up and in.
Tavidian napping on that possession, guys. Backdoor cut, Arias, easy deuce.
Now Spight on the left baseline corner here, sizing up his opponent, looking at the other side of the court, but gives it up to Balian. Balian, no hesitation, gets a three up. Bang, bang, bang. All right, Balian on the board with a three-pointer.
Huge three for Armenia. Lead back up to 11, and they got the reinforcements coming in. Mkrtchyan, Tavakalian, and Tavdavosian all at the scorer's table.
Definitely some much-needed size and a change of pace for Armenia. And like you said, you know, Mkrtchyan looking a little leggy. He's going to be one of the three subbed off here. Tavidian also coming off. Balian just hit a three, and he'll get a little bit of rest here.
13 on the shot clock. Costa Rica on the baseline again. And look, Shedden back in the game, Jason. Big for Costa Rica.
We'll see what Shedden has in store here, and that's another dribble drive layup. That one is good. Yoshakel Thomas. He's been active off the bench.
And they're starting to get in a little bit of a groove, Costa Rica. Starting to string together some stops and some scores.
Oh, that's a save right there. Just about to Tavdavosian on the corner. Kicks it. Goes for the two-point shot. Settles for it. And he says, yep, that's my shot. That's my points. 46-35.
And those are the shots that Coach Rex doesn't want to see, the contested twos. But you know what? If it goes in, you can't complain.
Can't complain for sure. Almost out of bounds for Costa Rica. You could have said so, but that's a turnover. Asijan, great dribble pass. There we go! Andre Spight with the finish. He just gets it up and in. Give him 2 more points, 48-35 for Andre. He's laboring up a little bit.
He put his hand up there. He's like, my bad, guys. It wasn't the show we were guaranteed, but he still got the 2 points, and that's what really matters.
Yeah, and Andre takes that foul there. It looks like dictate kind of what the pace here, and everyone was expecting the jam there. We know he's capable of it, but what matters there is the 2 points, 48-35, 13-point lead now.
And Jason, both teams in the bonus now. 4:32 left in the game. This quarter could get long.
Conejo with his first free throw, and that's good. And Mkrtchyan is going to be the one coming in, and looks like there's going to be a substitution there for Kalamian already.
He's a little confused about getting subbed out that early into getting subbed back in.
Yeah, you'd say because of the fouls. Mkrtchyan with that rebound there. No good for Conejo on the second. Spight fortunate to keep the ball there. Left side, corner three, step back three. What are you going to do when Andre Spight comes for you? Three-pointer down, 51-36.
The captain, the leader, he's the guy you look at whenever you need a basket.
That's what Thomas now playing point guard here for Costa Rica. Tadavosian with big frame. Staying in front of his man. See if Arias is going to score on him, and he does. That's a tough finish.
And I think at this point in the game for Costa Rica, you got to get the ball into Conejo's hands and run the offense through him. He's the one that's been getting the easy passes. He's been finding guys wide open because so much attention has been shifted to him in the second half.
A lot of no-looks in the paint, too, from Conejo. And looks like Yuda wasn't looking there when Andre Spight passed there, and that's another opportunity on the break for Costa Rica. And free throws are coming in the way of Arias.
Tadavosian unhappy about that foul, but he got right under Arias there. No room to land. A little bit of a dangerous play, and he'll get 2 free throws now.
Andre definitely taking some time to talk to Mkrtchyan, one of the younger folks, and just if I'm Mkrtchyan, you got to absorb as much information as you can from Spight, especially being able to play with such a dynamic point guard like him, where he's going to find you one way or another if you're looking or not. He's going to find you.
He's a pro for a reason. He knows how to get his teammates involved. He knows when it's his time to turn it on.
51-38, 3:34 left in the third period here. 2 free throws Costa Rica's way to cut it to possibly 11.
And look, these are 2 big free throws for Costa Rica. You got to just keep that pace going. Arias has been a real big bright spot for them in the second half. Him and Conejo, they have a great connection going.
You definitely can see that those are like the go-to guys right now. And Conejo is asking for a lane violation because that's what Costa Rica had in the first half. Not that time.
And it was called on him. But you got to make the free throw anyways.
Mkrtchyan trying to find the pass. 2 players right there smothering him. That's going to be a turnover there. Shedden with the ball, just showing his nimble feet.
And I don't think he's touched the ball on the offensive end really since he's subbed back in. You got to get him involved.
Yeah, no shot attempts yet for him in this second half, but that's going to be another layup attempt and another free throw opportunity for Costa Rica. Again, attacking the right side.
Good drive by Cubero, but the next time he does that, he had Shedden wide open. Mkrtchyan dropping a little too much and helping off the screen. Got to be wary of that if you're Armenia. Another missed free throw.
I want to take a quick opportunity to read one of our sponsors here, Henry's House of Coffee. Henry's House of Coffee offers a wide selection of freshly ground and whole bean coffee. Enjoy your morning with Henry House of Coffee. Just scan the QR code to visit their website and use code Armenia Basketball for 10% off. Thank you once again to Henry's House of Coffee.
Spight now going to get a breather before the fourth quarter starts. Kara Gavorian back in. He's played limited minutes today.
Limited minutes, but you definitely can feel that impact, right?
Impactful for sure. He's trying to fill that role for Gabriel Jemi, and as Coach Rex said, doing a little bit of that. And they keep that up, he can continue to develop and be a great player.
Nice little crossover there by Mkrtchyan, drives it in, gets the contact, puts the layup up. And kind of unfortunate there to not even get a foul, but fortunately Armenia will have another opportunity here. It's another side out of bounds on Costa Rica.
And Mkrtchyan keeps grabbing at his head. I wonder if he got a little elbow to the back of it.
A bit of a knock probably, but hopefully he'll be all right here. Got to get the ball in time, and Fortunately for Armenia, almost a 5-second violation, gets it inbounds and off of Costa Rica's fingertips. One more opportunity, just not the best place to inbound the ball, just right underneath the hoop.
I was about to say that, Jason. Ref shifted him over a little bit. Directly under the basket, that's tough.
It's a little bit of a help there, thank goodness. Tadevosian, nice little shrug off. Baseline jumper, is it good? No rim that time, but the offensive board, Mkrtchyan, good job there. Kicks it out now. Mkrtchyan wide open, left corner three. Bang, bang, bang for Mkrtchyan. He says, thank goodness for the bucket.
Armenia fortunate. Tadevosian wasn't called for an offensive foul, burying his shoulder into the defender's chest, and Mkrtchyan knocks down his third three of the game.
Largest lead of the game, 54-40, 14-point advantage. Costa Rica again passing the ball left, right, and center in the paint, and oh wow, on cue again, Yosha Kel Thomas with a fadeaway, this time nothing but net.
And Armenia is going to keep doing this, trading threes for twos. They've really built up this lead. They had it up to 15, and Mkrtchyan turns it over.
Yeah, another splatted down Armenian player, and it's a turnover like you said. It's that was really the name of the game in the first half, and it's to a lesser degree being impacted here, and it seems like they're trying to be a little bit more conservative with the ball, both teams, and it's working right now in Armenia's favor.
Victor Arias just checked out, in is Mario Gonzalez, number 18. Great minutes by Arias, active, couple trips to the free throw line, couple layups, and they're going to need him in that fourth quarter if they want to make a push for a comeback.
That's for sure. The man management for Costa Rica, making sure everybody is not too leggy for that fourth quarter, because you know Armenia is going to continue with their roster switches and subbing people in and out.
Shed it now.
Post play.
That's the first touch I think I've seen have on the offensive end.
Good defense from Mkrtchyan, though, just to not let him get a shot up there, but that's going to be a foul, and Armenia's ball.
And a
Costa
foul,
Rica, foul on him. That's going to be free throws, right?
Completely away from the basket, under your own basket. You foul them, and now they just get an instant opportunity to score 2 points with no time coming off the clock.
It's one of those harsh reminders that you're in the bonus, and you got to be more careful where and when you do stop that play. And Tadevosian's no slouch when it comes to free throws. We'll see if he's able to get a couple down. Tadevosian's good for the first one. He's been all over the world playing basketball, and notably I can remember him having a fantastic time in Beijing.
I remember the first time I saw this guy, he was lights out. It was during the Pan Home MN games in, I believe, 2019. I think he stuck 10 of 12 threes against our Hollywood team, and I was like, yeah, this guy's definitely a shooter.
He is lethal indeed. Gets that second free throw to go, pushing Armenia's lead back up to 14. Minute 38 to go here. Costa Rica, big, heavy layup or layup opportunity there from Thomas, and it's going to be no good. Good job from Tadevosian on the defense. Oh my, that's another foul, and that's going to go on Shedden, and he's just giving the ball back to the referee. He just doesn't know what to do. He's just asking the Costa Rican bench, what do I do?
Getting a little too aggressive though in the back court. You foul him again, and now Karl Gavorian right to the line. Look, it's been what, 20 seconds since Tadevosian's foul, and now another 2 free throws for Karl Gavorian. You're just digging yourself in a deeper hole.
It definitely changes the pace, and try to get the crowd back into the game. But ultimately, as long as they make those free throws, you're going to hear them cheering on this team. Minute 28 to go in the third period, and 15-point advantage here, 57-42. We started off this game not too hot with the offense, 13 to 15 in Costa Rica's favor. Now all of a sudden, we're ballooning.
I think Armenia just needed that first quarter to get their legs under them, settle the nerves a little bit, and they've been so comfortable since then. They've been firmly in that driver's seat.
2 for 2 once again. 58-42 is the lead for Armenia. Minute 22 to go.
And McDonald could have been called for an offensive foul there. Really aggressive screen.
I was about to say, and instead, we got another foul here being called.
It's on Mkrtchyan, and now free throws for Costa Rica.
So definitely
it's been a couple possessions since we've seen a shot attempt, I think.
I was going to say, the pace is definitely slowed down here. And I know the sun has set outside, and the sun is setting on the offense right now in this third period. When just the charity stripe that's available for a call.
We've had 3 trips to the free throw line in the past 33 seconds by both teams.
And he misses that one. Once again, bricked it. Stephen McDonald to the free throw line. not too fortunate from the charity stripe here. Another opportunity with 1:15 to go. We'll see how many more possessions and kind of like you said, Zando, how many more shots we're going to see put up before the third period is over, third quarter.
And McDonald, not the greatest free throw shooter, as he goes over to 38.5% from the charity stripe in Costa Rica's qualifiers. And you see that coming into play right there.
I wouldn't call that a broadcast curse. I would just say you know ball. Mkrtchyan with the offensive rebound. He's looking for the foul. The entire Armenian bench jumped up saying, where's the foul? But everyone's saying, get back on defense because we need you on the offensive board. Good thing, though. Mkrtchyan now with the offensive
check it out.
Rebound there. Will he get the layup? No good. Mkrtchyan trying to get the rebound. And it's a bit of a frantic helter-skelter bit of basketball here. And another foul. I can't even catch up with who is on the ball with Armenia. They're trying to get the ball up for another, fast break opportunity, but Mkrtchyan is on the other end, the big boy, and just was trying to get that layup to go. Armenia was actually fortunate that there was no turnover there. He definitely shuffled his feet, but now again another free throw opportunity for Costa Rica. McDonald to the charity stripe.
And Mkrtchyan getting his cardio, and he was leading the break on one end, took a bad shot, loses it as the run back defense foul. It's just we mentioned it, it's been a track meet all day.
That's good for him, for his age, for his size, especially in today's, not just game of NBA, but just the way basketball is played. You need your big men to be athletic that way. But not an offensive rebound for Costa Rica. That's not on the boards for Armenia. 35 seconds to go. It's 58-43.
Jason, this is big for Costa Rica. If they get a 2-for-1 here, just get something going your way heading into the third or final quarter.
Hey, they got to shoot now if they can have any opportunity of that. They do so. They miss it. Who's going to get the offensive board here? Costa Rica last touch it, but Armenia collect the rebound.
Chance for the last shot.
Now, there's an opportunity here, but he has to pass it out and just understand what time they got left. Tadevosian now drives it in, kicks it out. Wide open three-corner on the left side. No good. Mkrtchyan tried to get the offensive board. No good that time. 3 seconds to go. Costa Rica going all the way. Thomas at the buzzer. He gets it to go. Armenia still have a 13-point lead at the end of 3. 58-45, but you don't want to end the quarter on that note, giving Costa Rica any sort of life.
I feel like Spight and Kyrogosian were both trying not to foul, being aware that they were in the bonus, that they just completely forgot to play defense.
It's like you don't foul, right, to get the free throws, but you still give up a bucket. So it's kind of the give and take there. So Armenia up 58-45. We're going to read a couple more sponsors that made this all possible, guys. Trinity Company. They're a vertically integrated organization with a complete year-round portfolio. And as a grower, packer, shipper, they feature fruits for every season, complete with sales and logistics to make Trinity Company your full-service partner. Thank you once again to Trinity Company.
And a special shout-out to Todos para de Salud. Their mission is to provide accessible, high-quality, and compassionate healthcare to underserved individuals and families in our community, regardless of their ability to pay. They are committed to promoting health equity, preventing illness, and fostering wellness through culturally responsive care, education, and advocacy.
Well, if you guys saw that on the broadcast, that was a half-court shot that just got drained by one of the fans. That was the first shot, right?
That's just impressive. I was busy reading the ad. I didn't even get to see it.
I was about to say, I was just too focused on your ad read, and all of a sudden, bang, from half court. And there's going to be another shot, and this has definitely got the audience's attention, and they're definitely living up now. Let's check this out. Let's see what these guys are going to do. Andre Spight going and congratulating the kid that just hit that, sharing a couple words. That kid will never forget that. Let's see if there's another one on the cards.
A little too much arm there.
The field goal is good.
Yeah, seriously.
That's a great experience, so I will admit that's awesome for the kids to have that opportunity.
When you see the guy wind up with one arm, you instantly kind of duck for cover. You're scared of where it's going to bounce off after. Fortunately, no one got hit in the head.
There's a lot of expensive camera equipment over here, too, so thank goodness none of them got hit. All right, you excited for this, Zando? The fourth and final quarter, 10 more minutes of Fresno basketball at Fresno City College. Armenia have the 13-point lead. We're going to see if they're going to be able to manage this one out. And we'll see where things go. Andre Spight will be the one inbound in the ball for Armenia.
13-point lead for Armenia, and just stick to your guns. Stick to what's working. Andre Spight, let him run the offense. He started getting himself going. Just keep it simple.
You've enjoyed your time in Fresno, right?
Absolutely. Got a chance to head to Doghouse yesterday, had Nesso for dinner, butterfish today. A lot of good food here.
And good old Dutch Bros. You got introduced to Dutch Bros.
I have had it 4 times since arriving on Wednesday night.
Anush. Now Andre Spight with the ball. Step back three-pointer with a lot of contact. He's going to go to the line for 3 free throws for the second time in this game.
And just a bad foul by Costa Rica 15 seconds into the quarter. Not only are you giving up a foul really early, but you're giving Armenia a chance at 3 shots at the free throw line.
And a lot of defenders, especially in the Uruguayan league, they know that that's Andre's step back, patent. He still hits those shots, whether or not you're up on him or you leave him wide open. But if you're Costa Rica, you got to know your personnel.
I almost think a player like him, he's better when he's contested.
I agree. Yeah. Andre loves that challenge always. He loves it whenever, he gets that sort of respect on the defensive end. Makes him play a little bit up. No good on the second free throw, though. Andre Spight will have a third and final attempt. And that lips in and out. Oof, that's a tough break there.
1 for 3, no bueno from there.
No bueno absolutamente. Now Costa Rica with a nice little fake. Oh, my God. That was actually a really pretty play from Stephen McDonald.
McDonald's struggling to find anything in that third quarter, but that's a good promising sign here at the beginning of the fourth.
Yeah, first shot, first make for Costa Rica. Andre Spight once again on the ball with a dribble drive. Goes for the layup, and that one's no good there. Rebound to Costa Rica. Now they're pushing the pace. They're trying to call for someone to cut into the paint. No one's going in there just yet. And that'll be a kick ball. No need to change the time on the shot clock there, but ball out of bounds here for the Central Americans.
And for Costa Rica, this is a big stretch of the game. Try to get it down to single digits by 7 minutes remaining in the quarter and just give yourself a real shot.
Armenia definitely have a few more substitutions up their sleeve before this game is over, though. 3-point shot on its way for Costa Rica. No good. Andre Spight with a long rebound. McDonald trying to ride the hot hand and
just forced it there.
3-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound. Oh, wow.
Great effort by Kirakosi, just rising right over the defender and stealing it out of his hands.
He said, that's mine. Andre Spight, though, free throw on the layup attempt here. He's marching to the charity stripe once again. That's where his bread and butter has been for the most part.
1 for 3 at his last trip to start this quarter. Big opportunity here. Go 2 for 2, make it a 14-point game again, and just calm everyone down. When you look at Andre Spight with the ball in his hands, you're calm. You know we're taken care of.
Good for that first free throw to go for Spight. I remember his time in the NBA G League with the Wisconsin Herd. And that was his time that he spent there after his collegiate career. No good on the second free throw, though. And Costa Rica now trying to see what they can muster up on the offensive end with a little bit of more dribble drives. And that's a sweet layup there. Costa Rica just sneaking in under Artem Tavakian. 11-point lead for Armenia. They're still holding that double-digit lead, but right now it's a really critical minute 13 to go for this game. Zando, you pointed that one out. And right on cue, oh my God. Artem Tavakian.
4-3 of the game. He's feeling himself skipping, nodding, coming down the court, and he should not be doing anything else.
That was
He's
a
been hot.
violation. He stepped back. The referees didn't catch that one. That was a turnover.
And Armenia unlucky. Gets called for a kick ball. Tavitian and Kirakosi were ready to fly.
The ball almost did not lie. But the ball will be out for Costa Rica here. 63-49.
And right,
Kalamian, man, he's just been grooving, and like you said, he's been head bobbing, head nodding. He just needs to keep that up for Armenia, especially if Costa Rica are getting these plays going. And not a good sign here. He was clutching at his right ankle.
Training staff instantly coming out onto the court.
Actually, Tavidian there, just slow to get up and walk off. Definitely
He looks okay. He's moving at least.
Just shaking it off a little bit. Just initially, probably just tweaked it a bit.
I will say they did foul the right guy at least. McDonald, he's over 4 at the charity stripe so far. We mentioned he was a 38% shooter in their qualifiers. And maybe I'm going to jinx him into making a free throw now.
Only time will tell. And time will continue to be in our favor.
And I like what I've seen out of Cubero today. Young guy, look, he replaced Manrique Alvarado, who was supposed to be on the team, ended up not playing. And look, he came in, he knocked in a big 3. But besides that, getting the experience at that young age, it's so crucial. You've seen it with Armenia. Balyan's been on the team. Kalamian, we haven't seen him sub in yet, but Xavier Kalamian is definitely going to be a factor for this Armenia team in the future. McDonald 0 for 2 again.
And like you said, now he's 0 for 6 for the entire game. Armenia fortunate with that. They still have a 14-point lead with 7:40 to go in the game. Kalamian, another 3 on its way. Will it go? Oh! Almost goes out, comes back in. Kalamian says, I'll take that.
That one was deep. That one was right in front of the fans sitting at courtside.
Oh, look at that defense, man. Armenia just hounding Costa Rica right now, but it's going to be a foul on Andre Spight. He says, I'll take it. Going to be side out of bounds here. No free throws just yet. But that just goes to show the pressure that Armenia is putting on. And guess who's subbing on for the first time in this game?
Here come both the young bucks. Balyan back in the game. Xavier Kalamian in for the first time. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table.
The Alberta native is just 17, like you said. And he's been jumping out of the gym, really athletic. And definitely sees himself as a shooting option for this national team moving forward. Oh, Costa Rica there with a 3-point shot. Oh, my God.
Look, a little bit too much weight room, I think, from Muir.
Yeah, Kalamian, another 3. Oh, Kalamian's night in Fresno.
Look at Ascension. He's running up and down the baseline. You love to see that out of your teammates. Excited. That's his 6th 3 now.
You just got to keep it going for the hot hand. Ooh, Tavidian trying to get that steal, man. They're all over Costa Rica. They're hounding them out right now. 69-49, 20-point lead with 6:57 to go already. Armenia, largest lead of the game. And if things go their way, Zondo, if this keeps on going, we'll just have to see what happens for that LA game if Costa Rica changes anything strategically, especially on their defensive end here. But just an easy layup there for Conejo. Just no resistance at the paint.
I feel like it's been a really long time since we've seen Conejo on the floor. Quesada back into the game, too, with his 4 fouls. That'll be something to note. Kalamian.
His first shot is good! Kalamian, what a way. Welcome to the Armenian National Basketball Team.
What a way to get your international career kicked off. First 3, first make.
You gotta love it, man. That's what's beautiful about this sport. And looks like they're gonna call a foul and 1 for goaltending.
And for Armenia, you're starting to pull away, but you know what? Those are the little things that those just form bad habits. Just let the ball bounce. I know we play with the international rules where you can play it off the rim, but at the same time, when it's on the backboard, you can't just touch it.
Yeah. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout here. Costa Rica just trying to talk this over. 72-53 is the score.
We blinked. It's almost a 20-point game.
Wow, this is amazing. I mean, Artem Kalamian, my apologies for butchering your name throughout this broadcast, but that's not going to happen anytime soon from me or anybody else. He has shown his range. We talked about the size that Armenia has and how he would be bringing that to the table. But right now, he's showing that his prowess is from deep.
I mean, he's a 3-level scorer. He can score inside, he can score at the mid-range, he can score from outside. And yet again, that size that we've been talking about allows him to shoot over the smaller defender. And if he's got a big on him, he's kind of got that guard ability where he can shift, boom, boom, nod his head and knock down a 3.
And Rex Kalamian has been candid about Armenian National Basketball Team and, their goals for making the LA Olympics in 2028 or the Olympics in 2032. And one of the things he said is, we need bigger players. We need players that are going to be imposing. And above all, we need the support. And you can hear the support from the crowd right now. They're waving their flags, waving their towels. They're hyped. It's a 19-point lead, and they're not turning down for anything.
You want to talk about the crowd? I've barely been able to hear Jason all game long because of the nonstop rowdiness from everyone, and I wouldn't want anything else. And I'm sure Crescenta Valley High School is going to be rocking on Sunday, too.
Oh yeah, we got all the alums watching us. We're so grateful for everybody who's tuning in and watching us. Whether you're in California, Boston, Massachusetts, Tahiti, it doesn't matter. We're so glad that you're watching us and watching the birth and the continued growth of Armenian basketball.
And to our fans out in Armenia, we're sorry for the little early morning game, but you know what? I'm glad you're up and watching with us.
All right, Armenia on the break. Coach Rex telling everybody what they need to do, where they need to be. And who doesn't love some hype Armenian music to get things going here?
Yeah, that's a way to make it louder in here.
Oh, yeah. So it'll be a pair of free throws here. Isaac Conejo, like you said, we haven't really seen much from him, especially in the second half. I know the third period he was definitely reserved and not playing as the quintessential point guard. That was really Yosha Kel Thomas handling the ball, but right now it looks like they're kind of reverting to what they did at the start of the game, Costa Rica.
And for Costa Rica, if you don't cut into this lead soon, it might be time to wave the white flag and just save the troops for Sunday.
Ooh, Kalamian with the pass too hot to handle for Andre Spight. Oh, he just throws up the ball, the shot. You know, play is already dead, but Andre Spight knows how to make a bucket anywhere and any way. He just tossed it up and it went in off the glass. Now Costa Rica seeing what they can do. This is an 18-point deficit for them. If they have any shot of coming back, it has to start now for them. And that's a pass, and that's just a too easy. Carlos Quezada, and that's a dish from Isaac Conejo.
It's the veteran connection there.
There's Anto Balian here, driving it all the way up. He goes for the layup, and a little rambunctious, but that's going to be fortunate for Armenia. They still get the ball. I mean, Anto Balian shows he does not care who's in front of you. He could be 5'8" or he could be 7'8". He's taking you on, and he's going for the layup.
And he might rise up and just throw it down on you, too. He's got those bouncy legs.
Oh, man. If that happens, the roof will explode. Balian, another inbound here. Gets it to Dre. He doesn't hesitate. And that is a rebound there for Costa Rica. 5:35 to go. 72-56. 16-point advantage. Oh, that's another pass that's too hot to handle. Back-to-back, really. Arias just drops the ball. Butterfingers, and Balian gets the ball out of bounds.
And Armenia here, I think they need to have a little bit of a longer possession, get a long shot or a good shot, and just extend this lead. Last time out, quick three. That's not what you want to do with a 16-point lead.
And Kalamian gives it to Balian. Balian drives it all the way up and in. He tries to get the layup to go. He doesn't, but that's going to be 2 free throws for the youngster.
Costa Rica has been incensed all half long with the foul calls. Some of them, yeah, you might have an argument, but some of them, it's just you're fouling 75 feet away from the basket, and it's just unforced.
One word, fatigue. I think that's what's catching up to this team right now. We spoke to the GM, and, they haven't had too much training leading up to this game, but they still have a lot of veterans and a lot of players that play club basketball. I mean, they just, like we said earlier in the broadcast, they paused their league for this game specifically, and they'll resume this coming Tuesday. But still, Armenia is showing that they got the legs to run.
5th foul for Quesada. He's out. And a big thing for Costa Rica, too. Look, Armenia, a lot of people are from the Los Angeles area, so they didn't have to travel as far. Or they're at least within the United States where the travel is much easier. Costa Rica traveling from Costa Rica. And on top of that all, they traveled and they landed in L.A. Then they had to take a 3-hour bus ride over to Fresno as Balian knocks down the free throw when it touched every part of the rim. That's just tiring, man. And I don't think Arias has not smiled at the free throw line today.
I mean, when you see guys like Anto Balian running up and down the court, not even breaking a sweat, you're just like, why? This is not fair. But that's just the quality and the talent that the Armenian basketball team, especially the diaspora, has, and it only gets to grow. Conejo with the ball, picks up his dribble. He's definitely upset about that. Balian with good defense. Had to give it up. Arias, he goes for the layup, but it's the youngster with the strip. And there's Dre, gives it to Balian on the break, and just misses the layup. Hands on his head. How did he miss that one? Still 73-56 is the score here. And Costa Rica now driving it up. Arias gets met at the rim, and he's just distraught right there. Just can't believe nothing's going his way. Spight with the ball, brings it up the right side of the court. Gives it to Kalamian. And he's going to dribble it up a little bit. Now Balyan sizes up a three on the left corner. Is it going to go? No. But it's going to bounce out of bounds. And Costa Rica side out.
4.5 minutes for Costa Rica. Don't got to be perfect here, but you got to be really close to it. And you're not
wow.
Oh, ball loose. Never mind.
Costa Rica definitely with the, oh my God, he just didn't know what to do at that point at the free throw line. And it's not going to go Costa Rica's way. I mean, David Shedden has had a all right game. I mean, pretty good game for Costa Rica individually, but right there, really indecisive. And 4:14 to go, you got to make your mind up, especially when you're in the paint.
I don't think Costa Rica knows who to look for on the offensive end. They don't have an established guy.
With another three-point shot and another foul. 3 more free throws coming for Andre Spight.
Third time they fouled him on a 3. You'd think they'd be a little more disciplined at one point.
And this will be an opportunity to bring Armenia's lead back up to 20, which would tie the largest lead of the game. Looks like Armenia will make a couple of substitutions with 4:07 to go.
I will tell you this, Jason. Armenia up by 17, but they cannot play like this on Sunday. A lot of quick shots, a lot of bad shots, and some turnovers that just shouldn't be happening. Costa Rica is going to get back in the lap. They're going to figure out what really went wrong for them. The free throw shooting and the turnovers were huge for them.
You can only assume Costa Rica is going to want to slow down Sunday's game. They're going to want to dictate the pace and not let Armenia run out. But the second Armenia does, might be seeing a little bit of the same, especially if Costa Rica doesn't have any more relief.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about Joshawn Johnson too yesterday in our prep, and he's out. He actually has a hand injury. He saw his hand taped up, and he's a young big for them, and he brings a different type of versatility. They have more back to the basket guys.
That's right, and it looks like Andre Spight is going to take a seat here before 7 to go. We'll see if he gets any more time. Maybe it's just for a quick little break.
I think this is more of a curtain call for him as he's going and sitting with the fans now.
Oh, yeah,
he's about to start signing autographs.
Yeah, he's done.
Look at the kids running over to him.
There's already 10 kids around him, and there's already photographers going all over him. But Costa Rica still trying to do something. But Butterfingers, they just got out of the movies, looks like. Ball out of bounds for Armenia. So Balyan will be the one manning the ship here. 75-56, 19-point game. 3:38 to go in this game. Tadavosian on the left corner. Drives it. Baseline jumper is up. No good. Conejo with another rebound. Pushing the ball up here. Costa Rica finds a man in the paint. Hesitates. Gets fouled. More free throws here coming to Arias. The crowd around Spight has grown to about 25.
Yeah, that's a lot of people there. It's going to be a little tough if someone's going to try to get through that way, but rightfully so, getting the love from the fans he deserves.
Rightfully so. He is one of the major pillars of Armenia basketball and the reason why so many kids have even gotten into this sport in the first place. Second free throw here for Costa Rica. Arias trying to go 2 for 2, and no good. Balyan with the rebound, and he says, let's settle it down just a little bit. Now Mkrtchyan rolls. That ball ain't there, but Mkrtchyan wide open on the three-point shot. Long rebound. Whose is it? It's Mkrtchyan's. He gets it, puts it up. Second time, lucky. Bang, bang, bang. Mkrtchyan with another three-point shot. Armenia 78-57. That might be all that she wrote.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Mkrtchyan, that's just a warm-up jumper for him.
Shedden gets it up. No good. Mkrtchyan rebound. Anto Balyan pushes it up here. And Armenia with an easy layup. Yep, that's it right there. Avadis Kara Gavurgian. 2:44 to go. 80-57.
It might be time for the fans in here to start beating the traffic and getting ahead of everything. It looks like the door is shut on a comeback for Costa Rica.
We are at a city college, so definitely that is going to be something of note at the end here. But we are grateful for Fresno City College being the host for this international game. The Sky Hook, well, it was just all sky there. Armenia get the ball. Balyan with the ball on the right side. Drives it in. Step back. Jumper. Is it good? Oh, yeah, it's good. Anto Balyan, he's adding on to his stats here. It's a 25-point lead all of a sudden. And that's a foul there. Give that one to Avadis Karagavurian.
Bonus time for Costa Rica. Back to the free throw line they go. But this hasn't really been translating to points all game long.
Kalamian back in. And again, it's really nice. I remember, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think Avan Dorian's first bucket for the Armenian National Basketball Team was also a corner three.
Yes, it was.
I remember. And Kalamian doing something very similar, almost from the same corner. And really nice to see a kid like that, especially from Canada. You know, you don't hear too much about the Armenian diaspora and countries like that, but there are a lot of Armenians there from Alberta, from Montreal. I have family there. And just learning more about us as Armenians in the diaspora through sports.
That just proves you could find an Armenian anywhere. And anytime you see an Armenian, you know they're coming together.
That's for sure.
Kalamian, too, really respectful kid. Great talking to him before the game, and he's really shown us what he's got. He's shown off his slashing ability a little bit, hit a three, and he's going to be exciting to watch in the years to come.
Ballian kicks it out to Tadevosian. Oh, he just takes a breath, gets his shot up, and no good that time. Kalamian tries to get the offensive rebound, but Costa Rica will have the ball back.
And Andre Spight is still signing autographs.
Oof, a little bit of a spill on the ground there. Tadevosian is just asking what foul.
Getting a little too handsy, reaching into the lane. You got to help with a full body there instead of just trying to swipe.
Yeah, I understand being aggressive still on defense, just so that can translate to the next game for Armenia. It's 82-58. You got a 24-point lead with a minute 40 to go. You got give or take 6 possessions left in this one.
Especially,
just going to ride this one on out.
The turnaround coming on Sunday, too. You don't want to pick up those bad habits. Probably Armenia look likely going to take a day off tomorrow, maybe get a shoot around, but you know what? You're really just going to look ahead to Sunday now.
Absolutely. And I'm excited for that call. You're going to be the play-by-play for that call once again. And you're going to be joined by Mkrtchyan. He's a really good friend of ours with me, Armenian Sports News, with the Armenian Basketball Federation and the basketball team. It's just great to see, you know, us Armenians coming together and just making this game come to life.
Manuk, I know you're watching. Get ready for Sunday. We're going to have a fun game on our hands.
Oh, I'm excited for that one. And we'll be there also with Armenian Sports News covering it. Won't want to miss that coverage. Armenia and Costa Rica once again for a second game, and Costa Rica back to the free throw line here. Minute 32 to go, 23-point lead. It's all extracurricular at this point. And talk about the crowd show out here.
The crowd showdown's been great. I mean, you see it, and even some people made the trip all the way from Los Angeles to watch people play. We saw Anto Ballian's family before the game. We got a chance to catch up with them. They were excited. I know his brother was really happy to be out here in Fresno watching his little brother kill it as always.
Tadevosian with that rebound. You're absolutely right. Shout out to my mom. She flew in from Vegas as well for this game. Tadevosian with the three-point shot in and out. Now Costa Rica. Oh, my God. They're trying to go on the break. He says, Isaac Ribeiro says, I didn't know the ball was coming my way.
And your mom, one of the best seats in the house tonight, sitting next to Andre Spite's mother as well. They've had a prime view of everything. They were right in front of that deep three from Kalamian.
They've been buddy-buddy like ever since a few years ago. And, one of my buddies also sitting next to my mom. He's a relative of William Soroyan. So there's that for some little fun facts and trivia, Fresno trivia here. All just a minute left, 55 seconds, 82-60 here. Costa Rica with a dribble drive here over Tadevosian. Good defense there. Costa Rica will get one more opportunity here and reset it at the top of the key.
That lady's vocal cord is getting warmed up right now.
And there we go on the break. There's going to be a foul and one! Albanese Skaragavorian. He's been active all over the place defensively and gets credited offensively.
I'll tell you what, the crowd doesn't care. It's a blowout. They're still getting active.
Oh, yeah, every bucket, man. You just have the Armenian fan base all behind it, man. You love it. You just love to hear it. You love to see it.
And Mkrtchyan, it's his third year with this team, and you can see the leadership growing with him. He's kind of looks like he's taking Kalamian under his wing, having fun with him, pushing around. You got your first basket, and that's usually the hardest one.
Just 25 to go here, and that's an offensive foul. Kalamian picks up that charge. With 22.3 seconds left, I think that is about to do it once they inbound the ball.
Yeah, they just got to dribble it out at this point. And if you're Armenia, coming over to Fresno, just taking care of business and doing what you need to do, heading into Sunday in Los Angeles. Stavovosian doesn't care.
Stavovosian, he don't care. Air ball there. Costa Rica passes it down. That'll be the easiest bucket that they have of the entire game. 11 seconds to go. All they have to do is really just inbound the ball, Armenia. Costa
get it
Rica
past half
treating this
court.
like an NCAA game. Good dribbling from Connor Asijin. Oh, he got hit. He got hit in the chin there.
And Costa Rica is taking exception to Asijin trying to score there. McDonald not happy about it. And we'll see. Maybe there'll be some bad blood going into Sunday now. Maybe that's what Costa Rica needs. A little bit of a fire under them coming into Sunday.
That's right. 0.8 seconds left in this game. This game is over, guys. 2 free throws going to Asijin. Refs didn't have to blow the whistle, but, you know, like you said, they're making sure that they show that they are capable referees.
Mario Gonzalez not happy either. I feel like Costa Rica might come out and check Asijin to start that game Sunday.
At the end of the day, this is hoops. You got to understand that once the final buzzer sounds, it's all love.
At least it's not baseball. We're going to throw it at his head after.
That's true. That's true. And that is it. The Armenian National Basketball Team is successful in their first friendly against Costa Rica at Fresno City College. 86-62, the final score, a 24-point deficit for Costa Rica, a 24-point win for Armenia. They'll have, like you said, tomorrow off, and they'll be back against Costa Rica, but in Southern California, Los Angeles, for another duel, and it looks like it's Kef time.
It's unbelievable. Armenia was down 15-13 in the first quarter, and it seemed like, oh, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for them today. And then they're like, nope, we're good. Offense just exploding. Kalamian 6 threes. Asijin 4 threes. Andre Spight getting any spot he wanted and getting fouled on the three-point line multiple times. And it's going to be exciting seeing Armenia on Sunday.
Absolutely. I want to dance. This is amazing. I'm just like grooving in my seat right now. I want to take one more opportunity to thank all of the sponsors for this announcement. Academy USA, Tatarian and Caribbean, PNC Bank, Davana Law,
Henry's House of Coffee, Trinity Company, and Todos Para Salud. Thank you very much. We will see you all Sunday.